when I went over to it, it literally was just like, oh, it's buffering. Oh, there was an error. Please retry. I clicked the retry button. Within seconds. Oh. Oh, I'm not actually back. I'm back on my end. Music, but can you hear me? Oh. Okay. Need to try and find a way to optimize that, perhaps. So you didn't get to hear my story about this weird Roman Colosseum thing that Rosalina puffs out of the ground. It wasn't important. I was just talking about how I played Galaxy 2 first. But as a result, I feel like I remember this game. Oh. I can spin now. Gonna try and not. But yeah, I played Galaxy 2 first. And as a result, I really remember this game. This is the better game. But in particular, for some reason, this Roman Colosseum thing that Rosalina just puffs out the ground. It's always just stuck with me. Oh, god damn it. I don't want to! Okay, the issue is, do I need to break up? No, I don't. I just need to break this one. One spin. Two spins. Right. Two spins in the introduction because this I'm now putting down as first Grand Star. Those two spins are absolutely mandatory. Oh, it's gonna be a long game. One. That's a coin. Is it that I need to spin? I think that this is a weirdly difficult first level, to be quite honest with you. Like, there's stuff falling from the sky, there's a black hole in the middle of it, it's really easy to fall off. I think it's weirdly brutal. Okay, that is one spin thus far. I should actually just be tallying these up instead of just trying to keep them in my head. This is a second spin. Can I get the one up? Yes! One additional Mario! What a hellish way to word that! Oh god, every death counts! Right. This is another spin. Okay. I need to kill all these guys by gently jumping on them. Because Galaxy is the game I love to jump on things. Feels so good. Like, can I just... Look, no. Yeah, okay. Look, it's great. It's great, I promise. I'm working on it. But also, can I just... Oh, that's right, there's no camera in this game. Where's the other planet? It's over here? Oh, I'm not even close. Okay. I can't homing stomp, that is a spin. I don't believe the spins will ever decrease in frequency. I think this game's gonna be hell all the way through. I mind immensely. It's another spin. Okay, there's a giant Goomba here who you normally need to spin something to do, but can I just... There must be... I must be able to... Oh god, Mario. It's fine, this is not awkward at all. Can you really not? Game, come on. Really? Okay, you have to spin. You have to spin on the Goomba. But do you? Right, we're gonna get a coin. Okay, I am determined. Like, you should not need to spin on this man. He does not look like he should be spun. I can't really... Mate, excuse me. Wow, the grammar on this game sure has something. Okay, please, sir. I really need to try and kill you without spinning. You have no idea what it would mean to me if I could succeed in that task. That was not a needed spin. That was a fearful spin. I will not note it down. I will pretend it did not happen. The goal is to figure out how many spins are needed. Not what I just did there. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. You saw nothing, right? Good. Okay. And I don't think any more spins are needed for the remainder of the level. To be honest, 4 spins is not a terrible amount. Like, yes, it could be 0, but also I don't know if any star in this game is going to take 0 spins. I actually struggled with this for some strange reason when I was younger. I couldn't find all the panels. I always missed one. Like, has this room not got 4 sides or something? No, it does have 4 sides. There's no excuse. Oh, I have to turn up. Thank you. I would never. I did it. Okay, so theoretically, I guess you could probably beat that big Goomba with a player 2 spinning? No, that's still a spin. But still, 6 spins. Definitely 6 spins, not 7 spins. 6 spins so far is much better than I expected, I'm gonna be real. But at the same time, 6 spins, 1 star in, pretty awful. Technically, I could have done this in a completed save file. I am not going to utilise player 2. It is still spins. It is all spins. Actually, does this game... I don't remember. I remember player 2 in Galaxy 2 really expands a bit more, but in this game it's still spins. 1 star! But yeah, no, player 2, I don't think it'll lower anything at all. I'll look into it. 1 star down, like 119 to go. Casually casting shade at class 6 stars. I like the idea that every 100 years Rosalina just flies around Earth and bits of her ship just break off. And people down below are like, yay! No one's ever explained to me where these crystals come from though. The ones that you need to spin to break. Min spins to 100% of the game. I'm basically already doing that. So yes, I'm absolutely going to... So I'm just going to... I'm going to get all of the stars. Technically, there's absolutely no reason for me to look into the purple coin stars because they only appear after you've actually beaten Bowser. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to just see how many spins for the entire game, just for the entirety of Mario stuff. We'll see later about Luigi. And That will just be a raw number, but I'm interested in figuring it out. And I'm going to try and optimize the amount of spins needed just to beat Bowser for the first time, which is obviously going to be really fun. Domes. 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 Mario does not care. Whoa, those just all popped in. Do they always do that? They do? What? I have never noticed those lights do that. I appreciate that they added that line of dialogue. It's not a straight port. So this right here, this is a big difference between the Hungry Luma galaxies and the regular ones. This does not require a spin. I can enter these galaxies without spinning. That is good. Okay, so we're forced immediately into Good Egg Galaxy. Like, we have to do this first level. And it will require, like, several spins. The evil energy readings. Dino Piranha? Is he evil? I thought he was just, like, baby. Baby that I'm gonna murder, but baby nonetheless. So right away, I am left with an interesting predicament. I don't believe you can get up on top of this building without a spin. Like, no, that's not happening. But I know that that would only require one spin. So if the rest of this planet requires more than one spin, that's the optimal way to go. Also, I should really be collecting. Oh no, Starbits are going to be awful to get. Like, wow, I can get coins. I'm going to have to get Starbits by actually firing them at enemies. So I can only get 2 Starbits per enemy instead of the 3 that you should be able to get. This all spins. So he turns into a sling star, right? You know what, let's find out. Before I try skipping him. Also, I totally thought you had to go in that pipe on the... Right. So, I need to... Okay, cool! So you can skip that. Only one spin needed there. Excelente. So, I can get everything on this planet without spins, but I can't break the rocks. This is an interesting use for player 2, because they would be able to break these rocks without spinning, which would allow me to get more star bits, because I will need star bits for the Hungry Luma galaxies, and they're going to be a bit awful to get. Oh god. Okay. I struggled with the Peanut Planet too. This is the first planet I ever played. Actually, of either Mario Galaxy game, I believe. I was over at a friend's house, and he gave me this planet, and I thought it was just really difficult. I remember it specifically because he turned his gran into the save screen. He was like, look, my gran's planet. I cannot get hit by these guys at all. That will require a spin. Huh. I did not think about this. Is this a spin? Am I spinning to move up this? I'm gonna say I'm not spinning. Yeah, I'm gonna not count this as a spin. Because I did not, at any point in there, spin. I want to go this way. How old was I when I first played Galaxy? No idea, but far older than I should be based on these stories. When I actually owned Galaxy, I was at least 9. Which gives no excuse for anything. But when I played it at that friend's house, it must have only actually just recently come out. Yeah, I must have been very young indeed. I must have been like 6 or 7. I'm gonna err for 7. It's nice and easy for me to remember. Yeah. I did go the right way, right? This is the more optimal path. At least late 2007. Well then, I was not 6. Oh man, I was old. Right. I think I went the right way. Because the other way would have had me go over and maybe... I'm gonna have to play this level twice, aren't I? Figure it out. I mean, that makes sense. I can't just play each level once and expect for that to be the be-all end-all. Absolutely not. These guys don't even shoot rocks in this game. 2 spins? So that's 2 spins for that. Oh. Okay, the boss should take... Is it 3 hits? Yeah, 3 hits for Dino Prana, right? I'm very excited about Fiery Dino Prana. That's 1. Okay. 2. Yeah, you're terrifying, kid. Right. Oh god, it's 4! Okay, okay. Fiery Dino Prana is a fun boss, actually. I like how difficult and chaotic it is. But, oh man, I am not looking forward to doing it in the minimum number of spins. Which is 4, as it turns out. So that's 9 spins for that level, but naturally I kind of need to replay it and go the other way. Just to make sure. Yeah, Fiery Dino Prana is a good boss, but my favourite boss is actually Bouldergeist in this game. Which is really weird, because Bouldergeist is also going to be awful. I think Bouldergeist might be able to be beaten in 2 spins. But it's definitely a minimum of 4, and I don't like it. Bouldergeist will be terrible. Oh, I need to feed him. I fed him. Bouldergeist is tough. The bosses in this game are actually pretty punishing. Like, yeah, I'm sure when you get good at the game, they're not that bad, but before then, ooh. Okay, there's no need to do the entire level, but I will go up until the planet before Dino Prana. Oh, a snack of cosmic proportions. Oh, oh no. I mean, I have to. It's a mandatory No, I forgot he had a prankster comet! Oh, Bouldergeist Daredevil. Oh no. Right. I'm not looking forward to that in any way, shape or form, actually. Thank you for reminding me it's going to exist. I am not risking that. So that's spin 1. I'm gonna keep track rather than write it down. I'll only write it down. if I get less spins, which I don't think is going to happen. I wonder what the optimal way to go around this peanut planet is, because I have not a clue. 4, and then the 5th one is here. That's another spin, so this is spin number 2. Right, and then yeah, you go up and kill this guy, and these are not spins. But, am I right about the number of spins? 2 feels very small. Not spins. Right, this time we're going to go the long way around, which I do not think is going to be a better idea in any way, shape or form. Where do I even go? I never go this way. Oh, absolutely not. Okay, so this guy requires a spin. He requires a spin. So that is spin number 3. But he didn't give me a star. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Okay. No, you can't. It totally looks like you should be able to, right? But you can't. Is that really only 3 spins? Did I miscount the first time I did this level? Oh, there's 2 spins for the launch star. Okay. I mean, I'll try. I didn't think we'd spend so long on star 1, but I am pretty confident you cannot jump on the purple piranhas. But okay, it's the same number of spins no matter which path you take. Unless you can jump on the purple piranha plant. I'm pretty sure you can't jump on the ones with spiked stems. Even though that makes no sense. Because, like, I'm not jumping on the stem. I'm jumping on the lad. I really hope further levels will be more conclusive than this. I should have tried to jump on him. I don't know what I was thinking. I jumped on the Goomba earlier. Even if I'm confident in something, the purpose of this is not to have confidence. That's what streaming's all about. Is... Oh, it's in the middle as well? Oh, okay. I love the music in this game. It's so much more like Odyssey's got good music. Don't get me wrong. The music in this game is just so much more memorable. It really sticks in my head. The music is awesome. Not spins, not spins, not spins. Gentle drops. I'm really looking forward to getting to do this bit again. I'm really grateful for that. Okay. See, this bit just scares me, because those things are death. You can jump on him! Don't touch the blue boys. Okay. If the vine would count as spins, oh, I don't actually know, because it's not conclusive. If you spin faster, it's not spins. So the fact you can jump on it, that means I've only had 2 spins up to now. So this path has 1 less spin on it. So in fact, it is not 9 spins for this level. It is 8. Because we have done 2 thus far. Yeah, done 2 thus far. There are 2 spins at the top and then the boss is 4 hits. I always think these guys are going to shoot rocks at me, and they just can't, and it's so sad. So this is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. That was pathetic. You know what? This is a proof of concept. That's 7. And then that would be 8. It's 8 spins for that level. Thank you for helping me shave a spin off of that. It's good to know that I made a fatal error in level 1. And also that so far, I mean, I should maybe keep a tally of how many spins I've done that I wasn't meant to. If they're not necessary spins, they will not count. But I do intend to, once I've actually pathed this out, do a run. An actual run where I showcase that it can be done. So in that run I will not allow myself to make any mistaken spins. Every spin will count. For now, I'm only tracking the ones that I was actually supposed to do. I guess. That's my feeble excuse. Right, this level's gonna be awful. Like, I need to get a large amount of star bits. Optimally. This level's all cyclic and everywhere goes to everywhere else. And, like, look, these right here. Is this worth it? I don't know. I can get starbits from these guys at least. It's just not the normal exchange rate of starbits you would want. I don't know how many the Hungry Luma wants. Oh, you can. I thought for a second that this was completely impossible. The Hungry Luma on this level. I'm going to check really quickly how many starbits they actually want. Because that matters. While I wait, you just you get to hear silence. 100! I was afraid of that. I was hoping it was like 3. Okay, that is indeed a lot. I have 23 thus far. We will see if I can actually get 100, because I can't get these. But I might need to. And if I need to, I need to come back for them, and it's a whole thing. Oh, that's a coin! How am I gonna do that? Worthless. The center of the galaxy is absolutely nothing. These things, once again, I don't think I can do anything with them. So that's great. I think they exist entirely to scare the hell out of me. Because if they hit me, I can't get rid of them. I just game over. No! Okay. There is absolutely nothing I can do about this guy, I think. Oh, I can shoot him! Oh, they give 3. Ooh. Oh, I thought they only gave 1. That's why they weren't worth my time. This is terrifying. Yes, I got him. Okay. I wasted a star bit, but oh well. I still got I got a net gain. Okay. So, they are worth killing. I do not simply game over if they hit me. Okay. Right. These don't drop down forever, but I don't know how long they drop down for. They rain down, but not forever. They do start, they have the animation, but then no star bits pop out. I am totally willing to just sit here and find out for how long that is, though. Once I've dealt with everything else, at least. At least I'm pretty sure that they don't just rain down forever. It just feels like that would be really easy to grind out. I mean, if they do, that's ideal. What's in the pipe? I'm gonna be real. Looks like it's a lot of coins. Coins are of no worth to me. Oh, it's one-ups. That's right. One-ups are also of no worth to me. Like, I don't really care that strongly about them. It's one-up. Oh, well, maybe if I exit this way, there'll be something on top of the house for me? I can hope. Okay, but still, we only need 15 more star bits. A much better situation than I expected to be in. Will they keep raining down from the sky? Yes? Is it... Oh, they don't rain down forever though, right? Like there's a limit. I hear them. I hear them. They've landed somewhere. No. No. Starbucks. Starbucks. No. No. Yes. I have to be careful as well with the pointer, because if I move it around too much, I'll spin. I'm gonna be honest, that might be us. They might not be dropping anymore. But this is definitely enough star bits that I don't mind. Oh no, there's more, there's more! There were more. Got two from the... I hear more. More landed. They're over there. Okay, 19. I can probably afford to stop. Although, what's up here? Nothing for me. Wait, I hear more. Well, to answer your question, Stardust Piggy, yes. Yes, they do, apparently. Forever. I didn't think they did. I mind immensely. So we have not spun yet. So you can get 100 star bits in this level without spinning. I can't remember if you need to beat the level to keep the star bits. I hope not. That's spin number 1. And here's where the game just goes, no, I don't care that you gathered all those star bits on the first planet. You're going through more planets. I may as well just get more, I guess. Right. Two more spins. There's a launch star here. Where does it take you? I don't know. We're gonna take it. So I've just done 3 more spins, which is really gross. Okay! That must be the least amount of spins to get here, right? Amazing if true. There was more stuff. Excuse me, can I have your coin? Yeah, thank you. If I missed the Hungry Luma, I would at least be able to still get a few star bits on here, on this planet. Like, I would assume I wouldn't have, like, if I missed the Hungry Luma, I wasn't missing it with all 100 star bits, you know? So I'm gonna actually need to do all of this planet, whereas normally I just skip it. Like, because you can just backflip right up it, but not today. Okay. None of that here. Don't be telling me how to spin. I will not do it. I feel so powerless. Okay. That is spin number 6. I'm kind of hoping that there's only going to be one required spin on this planet. I hope that with every planet, to be honest. How do I get in? No! I need to spin, don't I? Don't I? I'll find it. There it is. Yeah, you need to spin. That's spin number 7. Reminder though that this is a required level, so like... I shouldn't really be too sad about how many spins it takes. Because at the end of the day, like, all of these spins are mandatory. No, wait. I should be completely sad about that. It's optional levels I shouldn't be sad about, because I can skip them. 8 spins? Okay, 8 spins is at least the limit. I did not think I would make that! Okay, 8 spins is... That level looked like it was going to be worse, but 8 spins is the same as star number 1, so... Average of 8 spins per level so far. We're at 22 spins total. I won't lie. That's pretty awful. But hey, the next star is the... a different way to the Luma. No, so where that one was going to take me was to a different planet. And even if that launch star happened to take me directly to the Luma, that would only give me the same amount. There is no way that there is a faster way to get to that Luma. There can only be equivalent ways, based on the way that that went. So I am very comfortable that there is no faster way to get there, because I only did it in one launch star, basically. From the beginning planet, I took a launch star out, and then I went into another launch star, so that was 2. But the one it would have taken me to, I already would have used up 1, so even if that took me there, it already would have been 2. 2 is definitely the minimum amount, because the first launch star does not take you there. So, you can't get to the Hungry Luma any faster than that. Which is, I'm really thankful for, because if I couldn't prove that to myself, I'd be really upset. Okay, so now is when the game's actually opened out a bit. So, Good Egg Galaxy star number 3. If this is trash, we can throw it in the bin for the final run. This star might not be needed. I can already tell you it's gonna need spins. A lot of them, in fact. I think that we will indeed not do this level. But for now, we'll figure out exactly how many spins. This is the one where you want to go up there, but it's just a pipe. It's just a pipe. There's no point in me trying to skip things to get up there. I'm not going to gain anything from that. I love King Caliente. I never give him the time of day. But he's, I love fighting him. I wish the... No! I wish the fight went on for longer. But, yeah, he's a fun fight. You have to go through this room. At least you can rock out to the tunes. They sound great. I don't know if they just didn't space those music notes correctly or if I'm terrible, but I've never had that one in particular sound any good. Where'd that star bit come from? Yeah, they do slap. Okay, spin number 1. Random water. I'm not freeing him. You can't make me. Oh lord. Okay. Gently. 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 Nope, you do need to spin it. That one doesn't count on account of it having done absolutely nothing. So that's a second spin and a third spin immediately afterwards. But I forget. Do I need to kick a coconut onto that other planet before I go there? Is that this level? Or is that a later level? It doesn't count! It's not unfortunate, it's lies. Right, well this is another spin. Mario, I'm not going in that until I am certain you will spin. Right. Right. 4. 5? Well, it looks like it's 6, but I'm really curious about what this planet is. Well, it looks amazing. I'm gonna not. 2-player as well, you'd also be able to hold down these chomps and make them crash into each other for a ton of star bits. That wouldn't be a spin. Right, 6. This level's garbage! That wasn't me trying to triple jump, I don't know what you're talking about. I meant everything that happened right there. Oh, do I need to lead one of these up the stair? No! No! Oh, this is not good. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to get a bullet bill up into hitting this crystal. That should be something that it is possible to do. Maybe not for me. You can definitely do it! That's the worst part! Well, that's just rude. Okay. We might be here for another, like, half an hour. Because if I can prove this is possible, then I can just note it down and walk away. Okay, idea. We'll start with this one. Because I am terrible at ideas. This is something that might actually be easier with Luigi. No, I need to not do that. This is a very precise jump. That's not the precise jump, as you might have surmised. Okay, new idea. The new idea, by the way, is very, very similar to the old ideas. Well, he didn't even try. Okay. No. I'm not certain if you can actually do this. Oh, you can definitely do this. Oh no. It's just really, really jank. Okay, right, you, by the way, where are you? You need to... Yeah. How does he crouch like that? I did it! Okay. Right. Thank you. Right, the question is, I don't think I can just long jump over there on account of me not even being able to turn the camera to see over there. But I can make it into only one spin. The issue is that bullet bill maneuver was amazing, but this level's still terrible. And nah, long jump won't do it because of the whatever you'd call these. Like, okay, let me show you with just the bridge, okay? If I long jump here, not even close. And remember, you can't, like, even if... You're gonna just get it down to one spin. But if you long jump from up here, you can't see. We can probably try and register the distance somehow. What about from the top? I'm not recounting the spin, but I will try the long jump from the top. I just don't think it's going to be successful. Luigi can do that. That is a difference between Mario and Luigi. But Mario, I'm afraid, ironically, despite being the one with the M, he has to take the L on that one. I got them off cycle. Hi. There we go. Just to still prove it can be done with one spin. I'm not recounting that spin, obviously, because I've already done that spin. You know, why don't I just not? I guarantee there's nothing out there that I desire. No bullet bills here, unfortunately. I can't remember if I noted that spin down or not from earlier. I've got 10. I think it might be 11 spins thus far. I don't remember if I noted down the spin it actually takes to defeat the Caliente guys. Anyway, speaking of, here's the lad himself. I do get to redo the level. I'm very excited about it. I will not be redoing the bullet bill bit though. 1. I am also not going to keep track of the spins on my notepad right now. I will add them later. 2, 3. But King Caliente is, as you can see, really great for spins. 4, 5, 6. I thought King Caliente was less. I forgot that you have to... Yeah, no, he's terrible. He is mandatory as well later on. So that's fun. That level had 16 spins in it. Possibly more. That's twice as many as both of the other levels. That level actually required the same amount of spins as the other 2 levels. If not more. Right, I'm gonna redo it, but I'm just gonna rush through it. And, like, just keep track of the spins. I'm so happy I got that bullet bill thing. I'm not doing it again. I will do it when it comes down to the run. But for now, absolutely not. That was something. Okay, so it was no spins on this planet. You just run over to the orange pipe. shall I get the... Yeah, go on, I'll do the banging tunes again. Just for you. Okay, so that's spin number 1. This level's so long! Yeah, they do sound awful. Spin number 2. Spin number 3! Where are the coconuts? There were coconuts. Where are the coconuts? Oh, there's... Why is it over here? Spin number 4. Spin number 5. I'm not doing the optimal bullet bill again! 6. I will do the optimal... You will get to see me do it again when I turn this into an actual run. Except you won't, because this level's terrible for spins. Oh, I've lost track of... Oh no, what number was I on? Seven? Oh no, were you not even keeping track? Why have I been replaying it? Was it 7? I thought it was 6. Okay. I only count 5. Okay, there's the one on top of the house. And that takes me to the planet with the kicky stuff. And then I have to kick the coconut, so that's 2, into the spiky thing, which gives me a sling star, so that's 3. Then I kick another coconut into the pokey, so that's 4. The pokey gives me a launch star, so that's 5. And does that then land me on that planet with the 2 chain chomps? Or did I invent that? Because otherwise it's only 5. But it's not 5, it's 6. I know it's 6. Definitely 6 for the bullet bill. Okay. If it's wrong, then, oh well, we just review the footage. Right. This, not a spin. So this is 7. So then these guys give me number 8. Nine, 10. I kept track the first time. It is 16 spins. I've replayed that for nothing. Okay. I can't get the hidden star here yet, so we are done with Good Egg Galaxy for the foreseeable future. You've played... Replaying it for fun means that you need to have actually had fun. Okay, this level is forced. We have to do this level, no matter what, because we don't have enough stars to skip it. So this is a mandatory part of the run, which is great. Honestly, we're probably going to do most of the stars here because I feel like the bee doesn't require, like, spinning in any of its levels. On account of it being the bee. Don't talk to me. Wait, did I get the M? Can't forget the M. There's a question mark thing over here. And this gives me access to the bee. Buzz buzz. Okay. When I was younger, I used to like homing stomping into the power-ups the first time you get them, because when it takes you to that screen, it's like, you're B Mario! He just stands like with his like arms completely down and his legs like centered, and he just... It's great. Can't do that here. Homing stomps are absolutely illegal. Okay, so the thing is, I can't help but wonder, and it's the first thing I need to check. Can I do exploits? Are there shenanigans afoot? Can I skip stuff with the bee? And if so, how much stuff? Like, where am I in terms of the level right now? I feel like I've skipped nothing. Does that mean that I can skip nothing? I don't think so. Oh. I don't see myself getting up there. Like, where does this go? Absolutely nowhere. Yeah, that's a shame because that would have actually allowed this to be the only level with no spins. Yeah. Down he goes. Oh well, that is a shame. No doubt there is some sort of weird way up there, but I can't find it. It's absolutely the first thing I'm looking at later, though. Because if this level had 0 spins, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, it's now got a minimum of at least 2 spins. Still though, 2 spins would be great. I would be accepting of 2 spins. Like, we have not yet had a spin. Into the abyss they go. Aww. And thus, the dreams do die. That is spin number 1. Oh no, this is all the same level? Oh, it's just multiple spins. Oh, my heart, it breaks. I don't want to talk about it. How do I actually get... Oh, I don't even need to kill the piranha plants. I hope you can ground pound these. Okay. So for distance, it's better to just mash the button, but for height, you have to hold it down. I mean, I think so. Like, the thing is, yeah, you definitely have to keep it held down, otherwise you're not getting any height. And height's what I needed, not distance right there. Like, okay, I needed both, but the issue is I had neither. There's spin number 2. I'm hoping it's only 3, because that's still a really good amount of spins. We meet again! Okay. Yeah, it's only going to be 3 spins. That is good. That is a very little amount of spins. And all of them were just launch stars. No crystals, no boss fights. Just good old-fashioned launch stars. I remember struggling to find all 5 of these. Look, all I'm saying is when I was young, I was stupid. That's spin number 3. And yeah, only 3 spins to beat this level. Okay, that's a good stage. Reminder that this guy, complete regular Toad in the canon timeline. Never gets to become Captain Toad by circumstance. But hey, that was a good... yeah, launch star spins are the majority of them, to be honest. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of crystals and boss fights. Also, I'm back here. What do you want, Rosalina? I'm gonna be real, I highly doubt I have any interest in what they have to say. I was told you had something for me. Thanks, Rosalina. But yeah, I guess tallying up launch star versus non-launch star is part of what that guy... it doesn't count as a bonk. This is Galaxy, it's a different game. But yeah, I guess that's part of what that guy was trying to do with his meta versus non-meta. But I don't care. Okay, so Honey Hive requires 3 stars to open up. And Good Egg Galaxy, I may as well note down that it requires 1, even though that doesn't matter. Trouble in the Tower. I don't think there's going to be many... So, there are 2 boss fights in Honey Hive, but neither of them require spins. It's just going to require spins to get to them. And that was very much the big issue with Good Egg Galaxy, was the spins required in the boss fights. Wait, are you the guy? No. Did I miss the bee who says he wants to stomp a stump? Or is that this guy? Is it you? No, but you're great too. I mean, you can actually stand on top of those rocks and backflip and spin to get up there, but I can't, so it is what it is. I'm gonna be real, I do not remember what I'm doing in this level. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of Galaxy. Gotta be something to do with this guy, right? No. How many times have you played Galaxy? Oh, way too many. Way too many for things like that to happen. Oh, I've 100%ed it at least 3 times in my life. And I do mean 100%ed, like all 242 stars. Oh no. It's fine, I saved it. Those guys are the worst. They're normally really easy to deal with, but not here. I legitimately do not remember what I'm doing. Is all of this just satisfaction? Is it all just distraction? Is it you? No, there's nothing back at the start. Right? Or is it... Wait. No, it's this one. Yes. I remembered. Oh, this might be... Please grab it. Okay. It's beautiful. Oh no, do I need to? Oh no, do I not need to? Okay, okay. Okay, we got this, we got this. I don't think I need to spin here. Mario, I need you to ground pound, man. No, please. That must be makeable. Okay. Why does he always face that way? Mario, that's so weird. Turn around. Is that why he won't ground pound? Because he's facing the wrong direction? Okay, yeah, that's really weird. Yeah, I know it's makeable with a spin, thanks. Okay, my next idea, and this was my original idea as well. Can I walk up this? We skipped a spin! I should have just tried that to begin with, because, like... that was my first thought, and yet I did something way harder. Yeah, I mean, these are a terrible source of star bits. There's gonna be a spin. No, there's a spin. There's a mandatory spin. That's the first spin of the level, by the way. This level was going well, and then it gave up. But still. One spin that... I don't think I'm skipping that one. Not quite. Can't quite make it over there. Can't quite make that jump. Alright, and then I guess I'll go down here. I better be going down here. Still 2 spins? Is that all we need? This galaxy's great. God, Good Egg Galaxy was garbage. Okay. Of course, I have to actually start the windmill, whereas normally I like to set myself a challenge of not starting the windmill. You'll note I remember the windmill, but I didn't remember how to actually start the level. But hey, that's 100% guaranteed only 2 spins for this level. Beautiful noise, Mario. Oh, I missed. I'm really good at the game. I mean, that's just unnecessarily brutal. Like that, none of what Mario just did was okay. Two spins? That was a really good stage. Okay, let's see if stage 3 is similarly good. It's Bugaboom, I think. Pretty sure it's Bugaboom. And that means that that should also be minimal spins. Good Egg Galaxy's just trash. There's no excuse for it. Honey Hive, that's where it's at. So I'm gonna need a spin to get onto that planet. I wonder if I'll need a spin. Where can we start? Water. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, I will admit I don't entirely remember where I'm going in particular, but I know I want this thing. Oh, I forgot it was my first one. It's here. Yeah, it must be in here, right? Oh no, she's gonna give me a launch start. I don't want it. Please don't. Please don't. Just yeet me up there. Oh. Wait, is this just gonna take me straight to Bugaboom's planet? No way, right? Only one spin? Okay. I mean, yeah, I still need to actually beat Bugaboom, but that is the wrong button. Come back, come back, come back, come back. He's not even doing anything. Like, he's just walking up, he's just having a good day around his tree. How does Bugaboom rank in terms of bosses? Incredibly forgettable. I don't know, I mean, he sure is here. I remember having some issues with him, because I struggled with this final hit. Which I think is fair enough. Oh, okay. One spin? Okay, Bugaboom, no longer is he forgettable, he's now the best boss. I think he's the only boss in this game that doesn't require any spins, like, at all. Do you need to spin for Talks? But that was... We've got less stars, less spins in Honey Hive than in any individual level in Good Egg Galaxy. And as many spins in Honey Hive as it took to get the first Grand Star. Honey Hive is great. And Honey Hive's Secret Star requires no spins. And Good Egg Galaxy's Secret Star requires no spins. We might get somewhere with this. Okay, so I've unlocked both of these at once. Did I just miss one? Or do they both unlock at 7? One of them must have unlocked at 6, right? Well, this one's on the outer ring. It definitely unlocked at 7, this one. So this is Flip Switch. And this one is maybe 6? Okay, Flip Switch, I believe right away I can tell you that this is 1 spin. Look unlocks at 5. Thank you. Thank you very much. That doesn't actually matter because Honey Hive unlocks at 3 and we're doing all of Honey Hive. No questions asked. That was phenomenal. I can't believe you can get 4 stars in Honey Hive for only 6 spins. Even though I can't get the secret star right now, I can get it later. And the Prankster Comets should be pretty great when they unlock later in the game as well. Oh, although I'll need to... Oh, the Prankster Comets I might need to do some more work with. Wait, is this it for this? No, is this 0? There's another planet here, right? It's not just this one planet. By the way, 1 planet does not a galaxy make. No, I'm dying for that one. That was an instinctive fear spin, and it needs to go in the bin where it belongs. It's so hard to get it out of your muscle memory, like, you're like, oh, I'm falling. I'd better do that thing that you do in Mario Galaxy. Okay, I may have done 1 spin, right? But it was a fake spin and I died as my punishment. But no spins. A spinless stage. I have lost my pen. Oh, it's here. That is the first one that can get a big 0 next to it. That's pretty awesome. Loop-de-loop should only be 1 or 2 as well. Actually, loop-de-loop might be 0 as well. Loop-de-swoop definitely requires a spin, but loop-de-loop I think it just lands me directly on the planet where I get the tutorial for how to work the manta ray. And then that teleports me into the other part of the level. Good Egg has no excuses. I thought this game was going to be lousy with spins. I thought it was going to be spin, spin, spin. No, Good Egg Galaxy is just a terrible beginning. I guess it's because they're introducing you to the concept of spinning, so they're trying to get you used to it. So they give you all the crystals and stuff. Yes. If I say no, does he just kill me? This is all very interactive. Oh, am I not twisted to the right? Oh, I gotta really go to the right. Okay. It's my favourite of the level types like loop to loop. Oh, I like the star ball. I'm the only person who likes the star ball. It's me. I'm the reason it came back. Although I like the manta ray an awful lot more. I used to get really frustrated at this manta ray. Not this one, loop-de-swoop. But, yeah, I was really frustrated at the manta ray when I was younger. Because I just felt like it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I was just really bad with the motion controls. But I'm pretty good with the manta ray now. But no, Starball for me. I love the Starball. I don't know why. I think it's because I was the only person who could do it when I was younger. So I felt really powerful. But also because it's just satisfying being able to do something that other people struggle with. That's definitely not a villain quote. But as well as that, I like what they do with the Starball, whereas, let's be real, Loop-de-Loop and Loop-de-Swoop, they're not that interesting. Whereas the Starball comes back in, I think, 3 stages in this game? As opposed to only 2, and it comes back in Galaxy 2, so it gets even more of a chance to shine. Although I don't like its first stage in Galaxy 2, I love its second one. The purple coin variant, especially, on the big slide. Yeah, I mean, that's not like a speedrunner time for the manta ray, but I think that was okay. Does the manta ray have a name? Like, I just feel like the manta ray should have a name. That is our second level in a row that requires 0 spins. That is awesome. I'm gonna check out Sweet Sweet Galaxy next. It requires a spin by default just to enter. He's called Ray, apparently. That's a great name, but it's pretty much what I expected. Like, I really hoped he would have a name like a pun name. I guess Ray is a pun name, but it's also a rubbish name for a manta ray. I suppose it's on the level of what I would do. How many do you need? Okay, I need to pick up Starbits more because I'm not going to have enough if I don't. Although, I don't think these Hungry Luma galaxies are going to be particularly great for... Actually, as a point, I don't know when Sweet Sweet Galaxy opens up. I don't know when the Hungry Luma appears. So that's a bit problematic. Well, we already required 1 spin. That sucks. Here it is right here. Entrance spin. Although the level itself, if I try and think about it, does it require any? If it's only 1 spin, I will forgive it. In the pit. In the pit. Just go in the pit. I don't want to talk about it. I would disable the Y button, but unfortunately I do need it at times. I can't wait to get to do the actual run and do all these accidental spins. But hey, I think it's picking up the pace. It's picking up the pace actually because the levels are, there's less spins in them. So I don't need to go through as many paths or try and minimize the amount of spins. Like, if there's a crystal, I know it has to be spun unless there's bullet bills around. And if there's a launch star, I know I have to spin in it unless there's any feasible way I can just skip to the other side. Oh, not having spins is... It's not bad at all. I felt so... I remember finding out that you could spin the strawberries on this cake to turn them into starbits. I thought that was cool. That was only 1 spin, and it was the spin required to enter it. If more levels like this exist, that are just that short and have like no spins in them, that's great. Like, genuinely. I know, right? These have been great levels. So, that is everything apart from the Bowser stage. I need to look up later on when Sweet Sweet opens up, though. I don't know when the Hungry Lumas appear. But, yeah, so... It's really unfortunate how this world is laid out, because if you could skip more of Good Egg, you'd hardly have any spins under your belt, but we can skip level 3. And that was the one that had the most spins. The issue is the rest of these stars are so good that you don't want to skip any of them. You just want to get a little backlog of stars. And I didn't think I was going to want to do that. I thought I was going to want to barely scrape 8. It occurs to me you're still barely scraping 8. Yeah, I'm just going to have 9 instead. I'm just going to get one more star than I expected. But I expected to get to skip another one. And there's absolutely no need to skip another star. I have such few spins. I mean, Good Egg Galaxy in and of itself already had like what, 8, 16, 32 spins? Honey Hive had 6. Loop-de-Loop had none. Flip Switch had none. And Sweet Sweet only had the one required to enter it. Feelings on Megaleg? I like Megaleg. My feelings on him regarding getting those bullet bills in a spinless run, I don't know. But I really like the idea of a gigantic boss. Wait, is it just Megaleg? Oh, I thought this might be a spinless one. I really like the idea of just a gigantic boss that you run around on like an ant, because it works so well in a galaxy setting. Hi. How's it hanging? I like how the bullet bills by default in this game chase you, but... you feeling alright? But the ones in Galaxy 2 only do that later in the game. Right, that is one spin. And that should be the only spin required for this level. This is great. But yeah, Megaleg, I think he's a fantastic boss for the beginning. I think he's actually quite difficult to get the bullet bills into as well, which is pretty nice. Like, I don't know, I feel like first bosses in video games, sometimes they don't have enough faith in the player and they don't feel like they can be at all difficult. And I don't think a first boss should be like a final boss, obviously, but I don't think they should be complete cakewalks either, otherwise you've not proven that you've really learned anything. Whoa, I've never gone this far down. Oh. Does he just... He doesn't even walk about. Hi, can I get on that, please? Thank you. If there's one thing that's sad about Megaleg, I think it's too short a fight once you're good at it. Like, I don't know, there's so much here, there's so much set piece, he's a whole planet, and that's it, I've just seen all of it. This is the only bit we see now. I am really bad at this fight. But, yeah, like that's really not the most difficult thing in the world. But when you're young, it actually can be quite hard. Because of the fact that the gates come back up as well. I think it would be a lot easier if they didn't, but I'm glad they do. I actually always thought it was easier to not do what I just did there, and actually just backflip over and bring the bullet bill up and down with you. But that worked quite well, surprisingly. That was only one spin. That was amazing. Like, genuinely, that was really good. So, to actually beat that world... You only need like 22 spins to beat that world. Reminder that King Caliente's level had 16 spins. Okay, I am gonna be honest, I didn't even note down the fountain. I did not think I would get that far. Yeah, the beacon's gonna change colour, it's gonna go through the colours of the rainbow. I'm gonna be able to fly, beat up Bowser. It's a great time, Rosalina. So the fountain will have a couple galaxies. I think it's Space Junk that's available right from the start, as opposed to Battle Rock. Can't remember. We're going to get very familiar with Battle Rock, and it's 78 stars. You were a great Hungry Luma, by the way, thank you. Okay, so for 9 stars, makes sense actually. We have this one. Space Junk. And I don't know how many stars this is, but it's either 10 or 11, and with how we're going to do the run, it's not going to matter. I'm going to note it down as 11. Oh, it's rolling green. Oh, great. Love those. Okay. Polestar Path. I hope Space Junk isn't going to be a return to form. Like, I hope this game's actually less spinny than I thought it was. It's so hurtful to just see all of these crystals, and I'm not allowed to do anything about them. There's a secret star here actually that I need to get, so I do need a lot of star bits. I don't know if I can get enough. I'm gonna be real, this secret star might not be attainable. Because I couldn't get any of those crystals at the start, and I recall this Hungry Luma asking for a lot of star bits. Here's our first spin. Either way. Although, I can do it. If the Hungry Luma asks for star bits, I can just die over and over again. Because they ask for star bits in this game, whereas they wisen up and they ask for coins in Galaxy 2. I need to, there we go. Starbit. I've really not been gathering starbits anywhere near as diligently as I should have been. Because I thought the Hungry Lumas galaxies weren't going to be worth it, because they require a spin, but turns out that doesn't matter when it's the only spin. I might need to grind starbits at some point. Which is fine because I can grind starbits in either loop-de-loop or flip switch because they require no spins. I add absolutely nothing. Alternatively, I can, as weird as it sounds, go back to Good Egg Galaxy's A Snack of Cosmic Proportions. Because I can get 100... Can I? Yes. Because I can get 100 starbits in the very first planet there. And that means I don't require any spins. The issue is, I don't remember if you keep the starbits if you haven't beaten the level. Like, I can't remember if you have to beat the level or not. I'm gonna hope I don't need to grind starbits. obviously. Like no one wants to grind star bits. Okay, I should note as well, sweet, sweet. I don't know how many, I don't know star requirement, but it cost 400 star bits. Okay. Oh, is the Luma? I thought it was 100. Is the Luma less than 100 here? Do I need to free all the toads? I don't want to free the toads. Only 50. Oh, that's quite nice. Okay. Okay. One spin for those two toads, which is I'd rather leave them encased in crystal. And a second spin for that guy. There's a third toad. I did need to free the toads. That sucks, I won't lie. Okay, and then... You gonna do me like this? This level was doing so well, and then it just descended into... Optimize the toad spins to 2. No, because of where they are. There's 2 that are clustered, but then the other 2 are far apart from each other. There's no way to optimize the toad spins down to only 2 spins. I'll give it a look after I beat the level. I'll just run through and look at it. But I am not feeling the odds, personally. Also, is the Hungry Luma not even in this stage? I gather star bits for nothing. Like, it must be in the next level. I thought it was in this one. We're taking the long way because I don't have spins. I love how the brown platform where the stars normally reside is like off to the side here. Like the star just landed in the wrong place. You know what? That level fell apart a bit at the end with the toads, but that's still only 5 spins. And while it's like, yeah, we've seen better, we've seen worse. Almost every level we've done so far has been in fact in that second camp. And by almost every level, I just mean good egg. But, okay, so I'll go back through that. I will look at the toads. I don't think it's happening. I think you need to beat the level to get the star bits. Hi, Benja Games Official. Welcome. I am trying to find the minimum number of spins to beat Super Mario Galaxy. It's more than I hoped. This is me doing an original run through of the game just to get a list of every single stage and how many spins it takes to beat each one. And then I'm going to go back afterwards and actually look at this off stream at some point and figure out the optimal path to see what the fewest number of spins is to beat Super Mario Galaxy. It's going to be a horrific number. It's definitely going to be in the hundreds. That's a really ominous message. I thought I was getting some really important news there. There was absolutely no information in it. Scared me for a second there. Okay, so here's spin number 1. Would most people have taken that particularly badly? I mean, granted, yeah, I suppose I did actually have to pause the game to actually read what you were talking about. Yeah, I mean, it terrified me, but, you know, it was entertaining. I'll give you that one. Right, these two... Yeah... Okay, it's... Well, quite frankly, I think that discusses the fact that the toads aren't happening in one spin. No, no, you cannot. 5 spins minimum for that level, unfortunately. I can't imagine getting outraged at something like that, but I can definitely understand the confusion, I won't lie. Kamala's airship attack. Okay, Kamala herself doesn't take any spins, but the level itself probably has some. Oh, thank you very much. It's my first stream. It's nice to have positivity after such confusion. Why would you open a level like this? Who does that? Alright, immediate spin. Thank you. Okay, I don't think you can... There's no ground pounding these no. I would have to spin it. So my immediate next question is, can I... I feel like this is possible. Is it easier from over here, maybe? No. No, we're closer here. Right, that's not happening. Can I stand on these? I did not expect the answer to be yes. Even if it's only for a second, it might be enough. No! I'll give it another try, but I think that's a difference that Luigi will be able to make, but Mario cannot. I know it's the worst when it's close. I'll try it from up here. I don't think this is going to be any closer. Maybe if I angle that correctly? The issue is angling correctly is... No, there's no camera controls here. Angling it correctly is not happening. So this one's my best bet. I'll give it one more try. That was further away. That's definitely a jump Luigi can make that Mario cannot. So is there any other way? Can I do some sort of weird... No, that bridge is way too tall. Can I shoot starboard at this? No. I think I might need to just take the loss on this one, but I'm gonna try and go above, maybe? Anything up here? Mm. Darn. Okay. Any chance of triple jump off the... Oh. Can it? Oh, maybe. Okay, this is going to require several attempts because the camera keeps changing on me, but we're going to try the triple jump. Okay, that actually was... That was good. Right, so I need to jump... No, no, no! That spin does not count, it's not a real spin. Where did I get all these lives? Okay. No, that's not it. There's a direct point I'm trying to... Oh, that... No, absolutely not. Triple jumps have no distance in this game. Wow. Look. You go nowhere. You go nowhere at all. Okay, I have to take the spin. I'm only counting one of those on account of the fact that only one of them did anything. Okay, I'm starting to regret the idea of mapping this out and then actually proving the run, because wow, are there a lot of things that I just keep messing up. Third spin, not good. Is throwing a shell a spin? I will decide based on Mario's animation when throwing said shell. I don't think that's a spin. He didn't spin. Like, what he did was he threw. There's no spin in that. He doesn't spin. Absolutely not a single spin. See, he doesn't look any more spinny than the vines. Exactly. No spins. Unfortunately this though. This is a spin. Right, I do not want to go down there, because that will result in a sling star that there's nothing I can do about. Okay then, Mario. The question is... No, 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 no! We're gonna give this long jump one try, because after the long jumps earlier, I'm not really feeling my odds. Off the block isn't gonna help. I need to pull it back. The issue is I need to actually give it a try. I'm gonna be real, I'm not feeling the odds of it working, but I will try anyway. No, no! You know what, We're just gonna spin to actually get back up here, because I need to find out if this can be done. Not even close. Okay, but now I know. So that is going to require another... Oh wait, what? I'm not even skipping anything. There's no spins here. That was just a waste. There's no spins. That's not a spin. We decided that's not a spin. It is a jump though. Okay, no spins. There must be a way I can avoid that. Oh, I can totally do that. I can. Oh, the bridge fell out. Really? Really though? Okay, idea. What if we go backwards? Okay, you get one go, but I'm pretty sure that you can skip that. So there's no spins here. No spins. Shells are not spins. Pictured. Not a spin. Okay, I get one go at this. So where do I want to be at the apex of my triple jump? Off of there, I think. Okay. Yeah! I knew it could be done. Okay. Camilla herself just fires shells at me, so that's no spin. No, there are spins! Are there spins? Thank you. It was indeed a nice jump. It would have been nicer if I had managed it the first time. Right, this just lands, right? But is there any... Can I... No, I need to spin. I need to spin. I disagree. That was a spin. 7 spins for that level? It's a return to form that I cannot say I like. So I was really early when I was hoping for that Hungry Luma. That's in star 3. Why am I back here? What do you want, Rosalina? Oh, they're here already. Yay. Okay, so we'll quickly figure out... We still can't get the hidden star over here, but we can get the prankster. Prankster comets are a bit stressful though. Especially if they're timed. Because I need to not only do it optimally, I need to do it optimally with the least number of spins. And I need to actually keep track of them as I'm playing the level. That might prove to be a bit tedious. Okay though, so the prankster comets show up after 13 stars. I've already got that noted down. Speedy comet in orbit. Prankster might be a good place to minimize spins. See, theoretically they're a great place to minimize spins, but also it depends on the prankster. Cosmic Mario races? Absolutely, wanna do them. Speedrun of a level that I did earlier? I don't really want to do it because it's going to require the same amount of spins. Like, the odds of this level being worth it are really slim. Especially given how tight some of the timers are in Super Mario Galaxy 1. Is it just the boss? If it's just the boss, it might actually be worth it. It's not just the boss. I didn't think it was. 4 minutes, okay. And we have to take it nice and slowly. This level I go up here, right? Yeah. No, please. That's 1. I think this is the exact same level that we did earlier. But I'm not 100% sure, so I don't feel comfortable just putting down that it's going to take 8 spins. I have no idea how I cleared that chain chomp. Also, I just realised that they're chain jumps instead of rolling balls. Wait, there's spin number 2. We immediately want to run for the piranha. Not spins. Gentle frolickings. We determined that this way was faster. Not faster, more efficient. It's going to be really interesting actually if I ever need to sacrifice a spin just because something is too slow. I still can't believe you can jump on them. Okay, so that's spin number 2. And we're here already. No, Mario, please. Spin 3. Immediately followed by spin 4. It's the exact same stage. Okay. Moving prankster comments might prove to be a pain too. I don't remember how that works. That's 5. You can move them for a certain number of star bits or something. That's 6. Star bits? I can't remember. Oh, is it coins? Is this the use for coins in this game? That's 7. And then you can't take that 8th hit there, even though it looks like you totally should be able to. That's 8. 7, 8. I can't remember if it's coins or if it's star bits to move them. For right now, it's not a problem, of course, because I'm just doing them all. But it will prove to be an issue later. Also, I totally forgot the timer doesn't stop when you get the star. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, the odds of that prankster comment being worth it are minimal. But do other prankster comments even appear until you've done that one? I can't remember. 20 star bits. Oh, okay. So I should... Well, 20 star bits is like nothing. Like, we've already determined we can... Star bits are infinite. They're a bit tedious with the sources that we have for them, but they are infinite. Wait, is there another prankster comment? In the fountain? I don't want to do this one. Okay. Comet in space junk. Once again, this might be the same star, which should mean that it's only 5 spins. And 5 spins is not a lot of spins. Like, this one might be worth doing. These spherical planets never get easy to walk on. I don't know if that's just me. Okay, so that's spin number 1. I have to gently plonk into the planets because I can't spin to cancel the pull star. So that's great. 3. And then there's star number 5. Spin number 5. Okay. This might prove to be a bit difficult without spinning, we'll see. There's also the chance that I'm pretty great at Mario Galaxy. It's not happened so far, but there's a chance. Okay. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, like, you still actually need to... you actually need to get back. Okay. 5 stars. 5 spins. 5 spins... it's middling. It's not bad. There's going to be a prankster comment in Honey Hive now, isn't there? Okay, so there's a new one that shows up at whatever amount I've got right now. Oh, it's the boss. Oh, in that case, it's unimportant. Okay, we've been going a lot faster through the second bit. I was really worried when it took like half an hour to get the first star in Good Eye Galaxy, but I just really had to be sure about it. Just before I go in, is it there? Yes. Okay, so this should be optimal. I don't know if I'll need to spin in a Cosmic Clone level, like at all. And if I don't need to spin, that's pretty great. There's a way to get a little speed up at the start of these, but I do not remember it. Like, do you shake? Do you jump? I don't remember. Oh, I did it! I don't know what I did, but I did it. No, I mean, that was completely on me, but I'm still gonna blame you. What's my favourite prankster comment type? See, that's a tricky one because in this game, they're separate, but I like the purple coins. It's me, I'm the one who likes the purple coins. But outside of the purple coins, genuinely, I like these races. No spins. Is Honey Hive the best galaxy in the entire game? Yes. Although I do like the Daredevils as well. I like the challenge they bring. I'm not so fussed on the time trial ones, personally. I don't find them overly fun, really. Like, most of the time you end up just doing the exact same level again. The purple coins are not the worst. I like the timed purple coins. I know I just said I don't like the time trial ones, but I don't like the time trial ones because it's the exact same level. It might be good for this run. But, yeah, I would much rather play a different level. Right, so 12 is presumably, Battle Rock. And it's our first galaxy with 7. In fact, Battle Rock brings me to the end of my sheet of paper. So that means I'll probably just finish that one off and then end for today. So that's still still a while away. I might not even do that. I might just finish off Space Jam controlling green. Right, Battle Rock 4, 5, 6, 7. I still can't believe you think purple coins are the worst. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, the fast foes! I forgot about them. They're the worst. Nobody likes the fast foes. Also, I should be collecting star bits actually. Oops. I can't believe there's someone out there who likes the fast foe comets. I mean, they're fine. Yeah. Oh, the Hungry Luma's there already? Did you say it was 50 for the Hungry Luma? That is not happening. Can I pay it? Can I pay him a bit now and pay him a bit later? How does the Hungry Luma feel about interest? Right. Oh, I can't even get Starbits from the Goomba in here. I can't get Starbits from this guy. Wait, I can. You, excuse me, sir. Sir. Thank you. Come with. Come with. Come with. No, come on. That's so worth it for 2 Starbits. What can I say? Right, is this the only other Goomba? I'm sorry, you have to kill me? It's the only way. It's the only way to do this hidden star. Ah, it starts me off here. That's not great. Okay. Oh, right. Hungry Luma, I should have asked you. I should not be asking my chat. I should be asking you how you feel. I see those. 50, okay. Did I get them all? I might not have even needed to die. I definitely did. Never mind. I don't think I even saw that Goomba before. Look at all these star bits that you'd be able to get if you could just spin. Okay, and that is all the star bits. Never fun when death is the best way. One ominous thing for you to say. That's like the world's worst campaign slogan. Okay, so the hidden star requires 1 spin here, but is this the Yoshi one? Yeah. So this only requires 1 spin, this star. That's pretty good, to be honest. Provided I can actually do it. Is this the only level that counts the number of enemies you jump on in a row? I can't say I've seen it anywhere else, but I also can't say enemies are ever really placed closely enough together in this game. That was so close to being a... You know, it doesn't matter. So close to being damageless, but I didn't even get to finish my sentence. One star? One spin? One spin for a star? That's a good trade, if you ask me. Let me tell you, the actual star is not going to have that in it. Is this requirement not a bit steep? Like, I don't know what this is, but like... This is the Bowser level. Why have I not got this before the Bowser level? That's just a bit unnecessary. Okay, time for actually Tarantox. Oh, it's Hurry Scurry? Hurry Scurry is at least only one spin. So we'll probably come back for it, I would assume. Since I don't think we're going to have enough stars here because I don't know if we'll be doing space junk. Like, that... Yes, the hidden star here is only one spin, but... I don't actually know if that's worth it. Oh, if that's worth it for the other two stages. Obviously one spin is worth it. One spin's pretty great. One spin is actually the lowest I ever thought we would get in a stage. I did not think we would be getting zeros. Here's spin number one. Okay, thankfully... The rest of this level might not actually require spins. I don't even think twice before launching that guy into the cold depths of space. It does not cross my mind. I mean, this is just mean. So where am I going then? Oh. Okay. Is this level going to only be one spin as well? Oh no. Don't tell me this galaxy is actually going to be worth doing for its last 2 stars. That's just weird. I want to go over here. Get him up the ass. Proud of you, Tarantox. I thought you required spins for some reason. Oh. You do require that I... You do require that I pay attention. Only one spin? Good boss fight. Tarantox is another one of these ones that feels like he should be, or she should be, forgettable. But, I don't know, sticks in my head at least. Okay, that's pretty great, to be honest. I did that really fast. If you do it fast, it's really satisfying. Otherwise, it can be kind of tedious. Okay, so it's 18, as you said earlier, but I've not actually got space on my page to note that down, so I'll just write the number 18 and hope I don't forget what that means. When do the Hungry Lumas appear? Do they appear when you've got every other level? In the dome? Rolling green. Oh, it's rolling greens, not rolling green. I didn't pluralize it. Rolling in the clouds. This is going to be really fun to do with my controller. However, it should be a free 0 spins. Okay, Bill, you might have a great name, but like, I know how to do the star ball. Yeah, this is absolutely a spinless stage. Like, there's no doubt about it. I really thought there was like, I don't know why I thought there were spins in these levels. See, I like that this game has these short little galaxies with only 1 star, but I also feel like as a result, like, look at that. That was a galaxy? Really? Was it? Yeah, that's gonna stick in my mind. I don't know, they could have at least had a prankster comet, I feel. I would love purple coins on the star ball. Hopefully a game comes along one day and gives me that. World 2 is looking pretty great. This looks like it's going to be alright to map out. So 39, so how much does the Hungry Llama ask for? Is it 800? Does it just increase by 400 every time? No, it's just 400 again? Okay. Well, I did more progress than I was expecting to do today. But I think I'm going to end it off there because I am getting kind of tired. I know I'm close, but like, I don't really care. It's not the next level I intend to do. I intend to do the entirety of Battle Rock before I go near that Hungry Luma. So my starbit count's alright for now. It will have issues later. I can't wait to grind them. But yeah, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna end it off there, I think, for today. I will be back next time to do more of this stuff. Uh, Thank you. I enjoyed doing it. When am I next streaming? Today is Wednesday, so Saturday. I'm planning on doing every Wednesday and Saturday. I don't know if I'll do this on Saturday. I probably will, to be honest. I quite enjoyed it. So I'll probably just stick with this for a bit until I decide that there's something else that I really want to do, and then I'll probably run different things on Wednesday and Saturday. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you to everyone who showed up. I was not expecting anyone, so it was quite nice, to be honest, to have people to stream to. But yes, I will be heading out just now. Thank you very much for coming. Goodbye.